Hello everyone, welcome to Manga Boys manga suggestions for the weekly holiday sale or yearly holiday sale on Right Stuff. You can see here we've got all the festivities. The other day it was all kind of like Black Friday-ish. Now it's candy. Candy and gumdrop dreams, I suppose we'll call it. So the first thing we do in order to figure out how to regulate this thing, if you've never shopped a Right Stuff sale before, is you click on the holiday sale. Wow, I know. Gotta hand it to the big wigs at Right Stuff. They really know what they're doing here. The first thing I always like to check out is the bundles. Where is, the best deal typically is what a bundle is. We're gonna focus mainly on the manga today, since this is a manga related video. And this is really great for people who are, just getting into collecting manga. If you're like, man, manga boy, I am just starting, I don't know what's good. Or maybe you're just like, me, you're just trying to get some good series that, have eluded you over the years. So that's what this video is all about, to kind of help us figure that out. So all I did here was click bundle savings, switch it to manga only, and made it 96 per page. If that's a little overwhelming for you, you can keep it what it is normally. But I like it all to be kind of just scroll down as best as you can anyways. So Rainbow in Black is by a author who actually helped design a few characters in Fate Grand Order. So if you're a fan of Fate Grand Order, maybe you'd like this. I don't think that this is a very similar storytelling style. The author, as you can see here, is not the same for Fate at all. It doesn't look like there's any collaboration with UFO Table at all here. But essentially what it is Tsuruhoshi Koroi is a college student who's tired of living in black and white, and she then comes across a strange, adorable creature and brings all the colors of the rainbow into her life. Kuro must learn exactly what the strange creature is as it upends her monochrome existence. So it's like a, I'm assuming, kind of getting out of your comfort zone story, slice of life with some supernatural elements. That's just my guess at it. I'm pretty interested in it just for the fact that I think there's going to be a lot of color in it. I don't know what gives that, thought for me. But also the fact that it, this author did actually create a few Fate Go characters. So those are two things that kind of got me interested. $25, we're about half off, 40% off. So that's not too bad of a price as well. Right Stuff typically has a, discount if you discounted shipping or free shipping if you reach a certain amount. So you have to kind of go for that portion there. We also have Orange, the complete collection, Orange 1 through 2 and Future. I think Orange is actually coming back. I don't know too much about Orange other than this was really popular when I was in high school. I'm an older guy now, but I've heard nothing but good things about Orange, and nothing but sometimes it's a bit dated. Orange, I think, is making a comeback though, at least in the Western market. The reason why I was saying that is because I thought I had saw a new Orange manga pop up on Right Stuff. Let's see if I'm wrong. I might just be going crazy. No, Orange, To You Dear One. So if you are interested in Orange and you're like, man, I kind of want a series that's got some, possible gravity to it, or maybe you just didn't know Orange has another thing coming out in April or March rather, definitely now's your time to pick it up before it gets popular again. But yeah, so they say this is the final chapter of Orange. Like I said, feel like now's a good time to get into it if you haven't checked it out. Dreaming Sun, which I didn't realize this because I'm not all omniscient. Okay, omnipotent. I can't say words right either. But Dreaming Sun obviously is some sort of relation to Orange. I think it's actually the same author, so I'm actually going to get this as well. It doesn't look like the same kind of story, but yeah, it looks like her mom's dead and her dad has remarried, and she has a 6-month-old baby brother. It takes everyone's attention. We've all been there, except sometimes you have to wonder how much I'm really gonna like this, because it doesn't sound like my kind of thing, and maybe I shouldn't buy this right now. And here's the thing, friends, if you're not sure if you want to get something, typically as long as everything's in stock still, which as you can see this is not, it will come back at the end of it all for a kind of resale. For whatever reason, Right Stuff seems to change the rules every time. So week 1 and week 2 are kind of combined here for whatever reason. So take it if you want to. Superheroes, I heard, is very ichi, porny. So if you like that, go ahead. Kageki Shoujo is a manga I've been pretty interested in for a while, but I was waiting for a slower sale or something where I've got most things before I grabbed it. Essentially, this is about a student who's going to a school of music and theater arts. She practices singing, dancing, acting, and she also has a friend who is like a former idol. And she's very outspoken and ambitious, but she has a lot of enemies, and it's kind of like, can she get her dream succeeded? Can she succeed in her dream? So I'm kind of assuming this is in the same vein of Act Age. Maybe it doesn't quite scratch that itch. It looks like it is I think it's relatively new, but I don't think it's too new of a manga here, at least not in the States or in English, but yeah, it's still coming out. That's what I thought. So I'm hoping it scratches that Act Age itch that a lot of people didn't know that they wanted in a manga, but now that Act Age isn't around, we figure maybe this is the next best thing. I don't know. So that's why it's kind of scratched my interest here. So I'm intrigued to figure out more about it. This author here, sometimes you can look things up and see if you like more art from this person. So I don't know anything that this author has made. It looks like Kageki Shoujo is their like breakout manga, so I am assuming it must be pretty good. It looks like it's got an anime that started in 2021, so that's pretty good sign for it typically. I don't know much about these otherwise. And like I said, with Orange and Rainbow Black, I kind of got them for some frivolous reasons. Captain Harlock, the classic collection. If you guys like old school manga, definitely check this out. This is, of course, a old school series here, so be aware that the art is going to be pretty dated. But this is a real nice release of the classic space pirate Captain Harlock. If you guys have ever read Space Battleship Yamato, that kind of thing, or watched it, Galaxy Express, this is going to be your kind of manga. If you're not big into space or sci-fi manga, definitely would not check this out. But Seven Seas has been releasing these classic collections, and they are pretty darn good. You can see that sometimes even the damaged is actually a little more expensive, depending on the sale. So keep an eye out for that. Also, if you're browsing right stuff for the first time, obviously this bundle is a pretty good deal. I mean, these normally go for $25 to $30 just about for one, and you can see we got it $48 for 3, so that's a steal right there. Yuna and the Haunted Springs, this is pretty much porn from what I understand. I'm not sure if there's too much of a plot on it, but it did come from Shonen Jump, and it was deemed to be too ecchi for the North American market, so Viz gave it to Seven Seas. This is published under Ghost Ship. Time Stop Hero, another series that has a lot of ecchi, but I really like. It's very reminiscent to me of Konosuba, so if you like Konosuba, definitely check this out. Essentially, this character here is isekai'd, and he has been brought into this world with a game controller. He can pause time and do quests and things like that while everybody's paused, and then unpause, and everybody doesn't think or know that he paused time really. Everything seems the same except for whatever he's changed. So it's a pretty interesting thing. He's got always a timer or a countdown in order to save the world. If it hits 0, he loses, and I don't know what happens yet because he hasn't lost, but it could happen. Quintessential Quintuplets bundle, $26. I kind of think it's probably cheaper just to get the box sets, especially if you have like a discount coupon, or maybe you can find a deal on like Target where it's like buy one get one, something like that. It might be a better idea there. Saint Youngman, this series is a lot of text, a comedy about religion. The more you know about Buddhism and Christianity, kind of the funnier this series is. It was very big breakout back when it first came out. It's still coming out slowly to this day. The hardcover releases are gorgeous. I don't know anything about this. Heaven Design Team, I really thought I was going to like a lot more than I do. This is like I think one of the only manga I've ever dropped. I don't drop too many off it, but this is definitely one of them. And it's essentially just not enough plot for me. These angels are creating different creatures and animals to live on Earth before, pretty much God's creating the Earth, and the angels are tasked with creating other creatures to live on the Earth as well. that's the whole premise of the story, and I gotta tell you, it was really interesting because it tells you a little about each animal, but it's just so repetitive and boring. It's like reading a textbook, you know. I can only learn so much about animals without a story before I'm like, okay, I'm done. A bunch of fairy tale spin-offs. This one looks kind of interesting because it does have Haru on the cover from Rave Master and Ellie, so that's interesting. I do think that this is just like little 4 comas, though I don't think that there's anything too big going on there. We've got the Gray prequel, the Fairy Tale Blue Maestro, which is I can't remember her name, the Sky Dragon Slayers spin-off. Fairy Tale 100 Year Quest 6 through 10. This is the sequel to Fairy Tale, where they have to go on the 100 Year Quest, obviously. Attack on Titan special editions. These are little dust covers kind of boxes that include DVDs and the manga in them as well. The DVDs are OVAs, so if you are interested in collecting these just to maybe look nice on the shelf, or maybe you really just want the DVDs, go right ahead and grab these. This, I suppose, is a decent value for them. I mean, $47 is about 12 bucks ish, you know, a book with a DVD, so it's not bad, in my opinion. Or you could just spring for the for this bundle here at $25, so quite a bit cheaper for the same number of manga. A Galaxy Next Door, don't know much about that. It does sound interesting on title alone, but probably not going to grab that. Apo Sims, I don't know if that's how you say that, 4 through 6. Series by a long-term favorite in the space for manga, Nihei. Nihei is like notorious for not having a lot of story in their works, so if you like a lot of cool kind of sci-fi apocalyptic stories, this is your bag. If that's not usually your alley, you want more substance than art, I would skip it. Soul Eater, perfect edition, 5 through 8. These are great, pretty decent price. These are 1.5 volumes, you know, long for each volume. So if you have the singles, volumes 1 and 2 of the perfect edition covers 1 through 3 of the singles. If you know, kind of wanted to grasp what that's about. My Dress Up Darling, 4 through 6. This has been a pretty big hit. I kind of wish I sorted this through alphabet, but oh well. Mob Psycho 100. Mob Psycho is another pretty good series, but this you have to be aware of. The art is super not the same as the anime, so a lot of people actually grab Mob Psycho manga, you know, thinking they were going to be really into it, but they have a hard time getting through the art. The art does not look super good. This is one of the later chapters. The earlier chapters are far worse than that. They look even worse than this, actually. So a lot of people can't even read through it. They look more like this. So if you do grab Mob, just know that going in, maybe not exactly what you expect, though it is the same story. Gantz, another great series. A lot of people like Gantz. Big emphasis on mature, rated R for sure. A lot of nudity, blood, gore, etc. Rising of the Shield Hero manga volumes, bundles. These are great. Good price. I really like the series. And then the spin-off, Reprise of the Spear Hero, right next to it. Delicious in Dungeon, I've heard good things of. Faraway Paladin manga omnibuses. These are 2-in-1s released by J Novel Club. They're very high quality. If you guys like the anime, definitely check it out. $47, pretty fair price, almost half off. Kaiju number 8. This is a pretty big breakout series. If you guys haven't heard of it, then now is an awesome time to pick it up. It's about this guy who wants to become one of the elite kaiju slayers, essentially, with his best friend, or one of his childhood friends, rather. But he sucks, and so he has to kind of train and somehow get to be at that same level as her, but he ends up turning into a kaiju. Very good story. Definitely recommend checking it out. We got JoJo's. Good price to get into JoJo's, honestly. Don't Toy With Me, Miss Nagatoro, 7 through 9. Quince again. Definitely get the bundle instead. Inside Mari, 6 through 8. Sucho Osimi work. I would probably not start here personally, but a lot of people like to start Flowers of Evil if you're interested in kind of a psychological twist. Yakuza's Guide to Babysitting, manga volume 1 through 3. I've heard mixed things about it. Don't Toy With Me, Miss Nagatoro, 4 through 6 again. Darling, My Dress Up Darling, 1 through 3. So you could get those two and be all caught up. Volume 7, I think, comes out in January, so we're pretty good there. Soul Eater, again, 1 through 4, very good price, $54. If you don't want to get the singles, that is. And then we have Attack on Titan, No Regrets. This is a pretty good spin-off prequel about Levi's past. Definitely recommend checking this out if you like Attack on Titan or Levi, which everyone does, obviously, so you should probably get it if you like Attack on Titan. Infinite Denigram Omnibus 1 through 4. So this is essentially 8 volumes here. Really good price for 8 volumes, guys. Check it out. I really love this series. It's my favorite isekai in the market. Strongly recommend picking this up if you haven't grabbed it yet. It's like Sword Art Online when it was good. Okay, it's a really good series. I strongly recommend giving it a try. More Shield Hero, JoJo's Golden Sheep. I've heard great things about. I've got it. Haven't read it yet. Don't Toy With Me, Miss Nagatoro again. Fairy Tail and 100 Year Quest again. Given, Mob Psycho, JoJo's Pleasure and Corruption. I don't know much about Pleasure and Corruption. Helvetica Standard. This is a spin-off / side story from, I think it's Nichijou. Is that right? By Arawi. I don't know how to say that for whatever reason. Oh, City. And Nichijou. So these are just 2 little kind of spin-off comics from Nichijou. They were, I guess, in between the anime, apparently. But you can see that it's a deconstruction of the world of Nichijou there. I've heard good things about it. Like Nichijou when I watched it, so if you're in that boat, check it out. Vinland Saga, super great series. Definitely strongly recommend picking it up. This is only 10 through 12. That's on sale on this sale so far, so that's where we're at. If you wanted to get into it, you've probably shop elsewhere, but 3 books for $42, maybe not too bad. But the thing is that Kodansha actually just recently announced that they're releasing leatherbacks, so maybe skip out on here, wait for the leatherbacks. Attack on Titan Lost Girls, non-canonical spin-offs of Mikasa and Anne. They're okay. I don't really recommend grabbing this unless you're a huge fan of Attack on Titan again, or these characters. Personally, I thought that this was okay. Mikasa's story I thought was more interesting than Anne's, but I wouldn't really strongly recommend checking either out. More Attack on Titan bundles, Mob Psycho, Inside Mari, Pop Team Epic. This is a super funny 4-coma series. If you haven't checked out the anime, check that out first to see if this is your kind of humor. It's kind of like a sketch comedy show-ish. Rising of the Shield Hero, Epos Miz. After the Rain, 1 through 5. I've heard good things about this. This is like an age romance, so this younger girl falls in love with this older guy, 45-year-old man, the young son, and it's their kind of story and love story. I've heard good things about it. Miyazuki is really well known for their romance series. If you guys weren't aware of that, definitely check her out. She or they, I don't know, is very, very popular in the shoujo community, or the romance community rather. But yeah, I thought that for sure that they had more work. Well, I guess I'm just losing my mind. Maybe I'm thinking of someone else. But yeah, very interesting how things can happen like that and you can just be wrong. Oh no. But oh well. So let's close out of all that. Delicious in Dungeon, JoJo's again, Gantz again, Fairy Tail Guild Stories. Haven't read this yet. But seems cool to have the other Dragon Slayers. Zero I have read. That was very cool. Descending Stories. I've heard great things about the anime. There's 6 through 10, 1 through 5 there. JoJo's. Stardust Crusaders. That's a pretty good price. That's like $10 a volume. Attack on Titan. Some more of that. So some pretty fair stuff here. I definitely would recommend grabbing JoJo's if you haven't checked it out yet, or Attack on Titan. Kaiju number 8's a really good one to get in if you wanted something with less volumes. Same thing with Orange. If you wanted an isekai, time stop hero, and I swear to God, if nobody buys Infinite Dendrogram, I'm gonna cry. But Infinite Dendrogram is another great series. I really want more people to talk about with that series. It's so good. Given is also a very good series. It is a boys' love, so that's a little bit on the different side of things. But yeah, those would probably be my main top picks here. You know, there's not a ton of stuff this week, but there's also not a lack of stuff. If you guys are new to picking up, you know, manga, or maybe you've just been waiting on some of the bigger series like Gantz, My Dress Up Darling, like I haven't gotten anything yet. You know, now's a good time to pick those up. But if you already have these, you know, these aren't any sort of like series that I feel like a lot of people wait on. I feel like these are the series that people get like the second they come out. So a lot of people who have been collecting manga for a while, I think are going to be really disappointed with this sale. Sometimes Right Stuff will have a few other volumes on sale just instead of a bundle. If you click new this week or everything on sale, you can see that they have not only bundles, but they have single volumes as well. I typically like to just stick with the bundles for the most part. If there's something that I'm like, oh, why is this like missing? Why is it like Gantz 1 through 4 and then Gantz 6 through 8? Which I'm not saying it is what's going on, but sometimes that happens. Then I'll go into here and check it out. Tomo-chan is a Girl is something that I've been interested in as well for a while now. It's a shorter series, but you can see 2 and 3 are on sale, but that's it. So I'm probably not going to get it. You know, at least not quite yet through Right Stuff anyways. I feel like there's going to be a box set for this, but maybe I'm wrong. No, there's a lot of box sets coming out, so it's hard for me to keep track of what's going on where. But 7 Seas is pretty rare to do a box set, so if you want to grab a series and not worry about having to get a box set be announced, I would say grab a 7 Seas series, because I don't think there's a single box set for 7 Seas series yet. But those are my main recommendations for this week's sale. If you guys have anything that I'm missing and I really think, you know, you think that I should check it out, definitely let me know. I'd be happy to look at it. But let me know what you picked up down below. And also I have a Right Stuff affiliate link. Please use that if you find anything cool. That way, you know, you can help me, I can help you. You know, that's how this goes. That's how it works. You know, subscribe, a like, a comment also helps this channel a lot. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.